Top 25 Business Systems Analyst Interview Questions and Answers. In this video, we will explore the top 25 interview questions commonly asked for Business Systems Analyst positions. Each question is designed to help candidates prepare effectively for their upcoming interviews. We will also provide insightful answers to these questions, offering guidance on how to present your skills and experiences confidently. This resource aims to enhance your interview performance and boost your chances of success. 1. Can you describe a situation where you had to analyze a complex business process? In my previous role, I was tasked with analyzing the order fulfillment process of an e-commerce platform. The process involved multiple stakeholders, including inventory management, logistics, and customer service. I mapped out each step using flowcharts and identified bottlenecks that led to delays. By conducting interviews and surveys, I gathered insights from team members on pain points. After analyzing the data, I proposed a streamlined workflow that reduced order processing time by 30%. This not only improved efficiency but also enhanced customer satisfaction significantly. 2. How do you prioritize and manage requirements in a project? In managing project requirements, I begin with stakeholder interviews to gather insights and understand their needs. I then categorize requirements based on urgency and importance using techniques like Moscow, must have, should have, could have, won't have. Regular meetings with stakeholders ensure alignment and allow for adjustments as needed. I employ project management tools to track progress and maintain transparency. Continuous communication helps in addressing any changes, ensuring that the team remains focused on delivering the highest value features first, while keeping the project on track. 3. What experience do you have with business intelligence tools like Tableau or Power BI? I have extensive experience using both Tableau and Power BI in various projects. In my previous role, I utilized Tableau to create interactive dashboards that visualized key performance indicators, allowing stakeholders to make informed decisions quickly. I also developed reports in Power BI that integrated data from multiple sources, streamlining the analysis process. My familiarity with both tools enabled me to train team members on best practices and ensure that our data insights were accessible and actionable. This experience has been essential in driving data-driven strategies within the organization. 4. How do you handle conflicting priorities when working on multiple projects? When managing conflicting priorities, clear communication is essential. I start by assessing the urgency and impact of each project, then collaborate with stakeholders to understand their expectations. Establishing a priority matrix helps visualize which tasks require immediate attention. I remain flexible, adjusting my focus as necessary when unexpected issues arise. Regular check-ins with team members ensure alignment and can highlight any potential roadblocks early. Ultimately, maintaining an organized approach and transparency with stakeholders fosters collaboration and trust during these challenging situations. 5. Can you explain your approach to data analysis in your role as a business systems analyst? In my role as a business systems analyst, I approach data analysis by first clearly defining the business objectives and key questions that need answering. I gather relevant data from various sources, ensuring its quality and integrity before diving into analysis. Utilizing tools like Excel, SQL, or BI software, I perform exploratory analysis to identify trends and patterns. I then visualize the findings through dashboards or reports, making complex data accessible to stakeholders. Collaboration with teams helps align insights with business needs, ensuring actionable recommendations are provided. 6. How do you ensure successful user acceptance testing, UAT? Ensuring successful user acceptance testing, UAT, involves several key steps. First, I collaborate closely with stakeholders to define clear acceptance criteria that align with business requirements. Next, I develop comprehensive test cases that cover all functionalities. Training users prior to testing is crucial, as it empowers them to provide meaningful feedback. During the testing phase, I facilitate open communication channels so users can report issues promptly. Finally, I monitor and document all results meticulously, addressing any concerns that arise, ensuring that the product meets user expectations before deployment. 7. What strategies do you use to communicate complex technical information to non-technical stakeholders? Effective communication with non-technical stakeholders requires clarity and empathy. I often break down complex concepts into simpler terms, using analogies or relatable examples. Visual aids, such as charts or diagrams, can help convey information more effectively. I tailor my approach based on the audience's familiarity with the subject, ensuring to focus on how the technical aspects impact their work. Regular check-ins and feedback loops are essential, allowing stakeholders to ask questions and confirm their understanding, which fosters a collaborative environment and builds trust. 8. How do you stay updated with industry trends and advancements in technology? Staying updated with industry trends is crucial for a business systems analyst. I regularly follow reputable technology blogs and websites, such as TechCrunch and Gartner, to gain insights into emerging technologies. Attending webinars, conferences, and workshops allows me to engage with industry experts and network with peers. I also participate in online forums and communities related to business analysis and technology, where discussions about best practices and new tools take place. Continuous learning through online courses helps me enhance my skills and adapt to changes effectively. 9. Can you describe your experience with Agile development methodologies? In my previous role, I actively participated in Agile development methodologies, primarily Scrum and Kanban. I collaborated with cross-functional teams through daily stand-ups, sprint planning, and retrospectives. By breaking projects into manageable sprints, we enhanced flexibility and responsiveness to changing requirements. I also facilitated communication between developers and stakeholders, ensuring alignment on project goals. This iterative approach allowed us to deliver incremental value, adapt quickly to feedback, and improve product quality over time. My experience has solidified my belief in Agile's effectiveness for fostering collaboration and driving project success. 10. How do you approach gathering and documenting business requirements? When gathering and documenting business requirements, I start by engaging with stakeholders through interviews and workshops to understand their needs and expectations. I ensure that I ask open-ended questions to elicit detailed responses. I then document these requirements in a clear and structured format, often using templates that include sections for functional and non-functional requirements. Regular feedback loops are established to validate the requirements with stakeholders, ensuring alignment before moving forward. Visual aids, such as flowcharts, can also help clarify complex processes. 11. What techniques do you use to identify areas for process improvement? To identify areas for process improvement, I employ several techniques, including data analysis, stakeholder interviews, and process mapping. By analyzing performance metrics, I can pinpoint inefficiencies and bottlenecks. Conducting interviews with stakeholders helps gather insights on pain points and areas needing enhancement. Process mapping visualizes workflows, making it easier to identify redundancies and delays. Additionally, I utilize feedback loops and surveys to gather ongoing input from users, ensuring continuous improvement and alignment with business goals. 12. How do you ensure a project stays on schedule and within budget? To ensure a project stays on schedule and within budget, I implement a combination of meticulous planning, regular monitoring, and effective communication. Initially, I establish a detailed project timeline with milestones and resource allocations. I use project management tools to track progress against these benchmarks. Regular status meetings help identify potential roadblocks early, allowing for timely adjustments. By engaging stakeholders and keeping them informed, we collectively address challenges that may impact timelines or costs, ensuring alignment with project objectives. Data-driven decision-making further supports efficient resource utilization. 13. Can you give an example of how you've used data analysis to improve a business system? In a recent project, I analyzed customer feedback data for an e-commerce platform. By utilizing data visualization tools, I identified patterns indicating high cart abandonment rates. Further analysis revealed that the checkout process was lengthy and complicated. Collaborating with the development team, we streamlined the user interface and reduced the number of required fields. Post-implementation tracking showed a significant increase in conversion rates, demonstrating how targeted data analysis led to tangible improvements in the business system. 14. How do you handle changes in project scope or client requirements? Handling changes in project scope or client requirements requires flexibility and clear communication. First, I assess the impact of the change on the project's timeline, resources, and deliverables. I engage stakeholders to discuss the rationale behind the change and gather their input. A formal change request process is essential, allowing for documentation and approval. By prioritizing transparency, I ensure that all team members are aligned with the new direction. Adaptability is key, as it allows me to pivot strategies while maintaining project integrity and stakeholder satisfaction. 15. What's your experience with creating and maintaining technical documentation? Creating and maintaining technical documentation is a crucial aspect of my role. I ensure that all documentation, including user manuals, system specifications, and process flows, is clear and concise. My experience includes using tools like Confluence and SharePoint for documentation management. I focus on keeping documents up to date by incorporating feedback from stakeholders and regularly reviewing content to reflect system changes. This practice not only aids in knowledge transfer but also enhances collaboration among team members, ensuring that everyone has access to the latest information. 16. How do you approach risk management in your projects? Risk management begins with identifying potential risks through brainstorming sessions and stakeholder interviews. I assess the likelihood and impact of each risk, prioritizing them based on their severity. A risk mitigation plan is then developed, which includes strategies for prevention and response. Regular monitoring of risks is essential, and I use status meetings to keep the team informed. Communication with stakeholders about risks and their mitigation strategies is key, ensuring everyone is aligned and prepared to handle unforeseen challenges effectively. 17. Can you describe your process for developing business systems analysis reports? My process for developing business systems analysis reports begins with gathering requirements through stakeholder interviews and surveys. I then analyze the data to identify key insights and trends. Following this, I create a structured report that includes an executive summary, detailed findings, and actionable recommendations. I ensure clarity by using visuals and straightforward language, allowing non-technical stakeholders to understand the content. Finally, I review the report with relevant stakeholders for feedback and make necessary adjustments before finalizing the document. 18. What tools do you consider essential for a business systems analyst? In my experience, several tools stand out as essential for a business systems analyst. First, requirements gathering tools like JIRA or Confluence facilitate collaboration and documentation. For data analysis, Excel and SQL are invaluable for manipulating and interpreting datasets. Business intelligence tools like Tableau or Power BI help visualize data effectively. Additionally, modeling tools such as Visio for process mapping and user story tools for agile development are critical. Lastly, communication platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams are important for maintaining clear lines of communication among stakeholders. 19. How do you ensure the scalability of business systems you work on? Scalability is achieved by designing systems with future growth in mind. I start by analyzing current usage patterns and predicting future demands. This involves using modular architecture, which allows for easy addition of resources or features without disruptions. I also prioritize performance testing to identify bottlenecks under increased loads. Regularly reviewing system performance and incorporating feedback from users helps in making necessary adjustments. Collaboration with development teams ensures that the system can be optimized for scalability while maintaining functionality and user experience. 20. Can you explain the difference between a business requirement document, BRD, and system requirement specifications, SRS? A business requirement document, BRD, outlines the high-level business needs and objectives of a project from the perspective of stakeholders. It focuses on what the business wants to achieve without detailing how to implement it. In contrast, system requirement specifications, SRS, provide a detailed description of the system's functionality, including technical specifications and constraints. The SRS translates the business requirements into specific features and functionalities that the system must possess, serving as a blueprint for developers and testers. 21. How do you facilitate communication between business users and technical teams? Communication between business users and technical teams is essential for project success. I begin by establishing clear communication channels, such as regular meetings and collaborative tools, to ensure that both sides are on the same page. I foster an environment of open dialogue where questions and feedback are encouraged. Additionally, I translate business needs into technical requirements and vice versa, using visuals or prototypes when necessary. This way, both teams can understand each other's perspectives, leading to improved collaboration and efficient problem-solving throughout the project lifecycle. 22. What strategies do you use to prioritize project requirements? In prioritizing project requirements, I employ a combination of stakeholder interviews, impact analysis, and the Moscow method: must have, should have, could have, won't have. Engaging with stakeholders helps gather their insights and expectations, allowing me to understand critical needs. Impact analysis evaluates how each requirement aligns with business goals and potential benefits. The Moscow method aids in categorizing requirements based on urgency and importance, ensuring that the team focuses on high-priority items first, facilitating efficient resource allocation and timely project delivery. 23. Can you describe a time when you had to mediate stakeholder conflicts? In one project, two key stakeholders had opposing views on the direction of a new software feature. I organized a meeting where each could voice their concerns and requirements. By actively listening and summarizing their points, I highlighted common goals and areas of compromise. We then brainstormed alternative solutions that addressed both perspectives. This collaborative approach not only resolved the conflict but also fostered a more cohesive team atmosphere, ultimately leading to a feature that satisfied both stakeholders' needs while aligning with project objectives. 24. How do you approach testing and quality assurance in your projects? In my projects, I prioritize early involvement of testing and quality assurance, QA, to ensure alignment with business requirements. I develop a comprehensive test plan that outlines test cases, resources, and timelines. Collaboration with stakeholders is essential, so I conduct reviews and gather feedback throughout the testing phases. I implement both manual and automated testing strategies, utilizing tools like Selenium and Jira for tracking defects. Continuous integration is a key practice, allowing for quick identification and resolution of issues, thereby maintaining high-quality standards throughout the project lifecycle. 25. Can you give an example of a successful project you have worked on and your contribution to its success? One successful project I worked on involved implementing a new customer relationship management (CRM) system for a mid-sized company. My role included gathering requirements from various stakeholders, analyzing their needs, and translating them into functional specifications. I facilitated workshops that helped align expectations and foster collaboration. I also conducted user training sessions to ensure smooth adoption of the new system. As a result, the company saw a 30% increase in customer satisfaction scores within 6 months of implementation, demonstrating the positive impact of the project. As you prepare for your Business Systems Analyst interview, understanding these top 25 questions and their answers can significantly enhance your confidence and readiness. Mastering these topics not only helps you demonstrate your expertise but also showcases your analytical thinking and problem-solving skills. Remember, being well prepared is key to making a positive impression. If you found this information helpful, please like the video and subscribe for more valuable insights and tips that can aid you in your career journey. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers you. Thank you for watching.